I started this block watch with several friends last February of 2020 because there was a heightened anxiety and fear in the community after several muggings that circulated on social media. Well, the block watch consists of right now about 30 people, and we were up to around a number near 40 at one time.
We have people that on the block watch that live in the neighborhood. We have people that come from Queens and Brooklyn. So we have a good chemistry. It's lighthearted, but we're all supporting each other. We're all here because we care about the community, we care about our people.
Chinatown went into lockdown well before the city did, because in 2019, December 2019, as news of the virus spread from overseas, many of the residents here started wearing face masks. They started taking precautions. They ventured out less, canceled their trips to China, their traditional Lunar New Year trips to China. We took a big economic hit January, February, and actually throughout the whole pandemic. We're still taking an economic hit. We lost many Chinatown staples. So by January of 2020, there was no tourism here. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, our streets that were normally bustling were empty. People out about shopping, they had a legitimate fear of being attacked. I wanted to put a visible deterrent on the street and just to put people's fears at ease.
Yeah, I thought it was great because especially Chinese people, we tend to keep it to ourselves when things happen. And during the pandemic, especially with the riots going on, we hear a lot of businesses that getting robbed during the downtime when there's less foot traffic around. So having having the visual of a group of people walking around.
The store owners that we went in, we stopped by, they all smiling. They all love the idea of there are people, the neighbors, keeping an eyes out for them. Most of our shopkeepers, they're ESL, they're immigrants, and they don't speak the language. We would stop in to check with the shopkeepers, and anybody harassing you, just to ask in general. It's sort of like we did wellness checks on the business in the area, and they were very appreciative of it.
A lot of it is that we stood up for ourselves. We rose to the occasion, and it's the young people that guided us. We took care of ourselves because we couldn't count on the city or the state or any government entity to take care of us.
Asian in general are brought up to not to bring anything up to attentions. We were brought up to, especially immigrants, right? We didn't want any troubles. We didn't want to go report it because we feel like the police are not going to do anything about it because nothing really happened unless we get beaten up badly and it creates some kind of attentions. If, for example, if you're just getting spit on or punched in the face with that one incident, they're not going to do anything. It wasn't big enough to create any attention.
Just watching and reading and everything this last year, my heart hurts because the only reason why we're getting the short end of the stick, we're getting picked on, is because of the previous administration and the people that drank his Kool-Aid. I've never been afraid to walk around in my neighborhood before. Now I'm a little leery. I'm going to look over my shoulder. I'm just going to be more aware of what's going on. But you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. People think the old ladies are easy targets. So we need to be able to be out there to watch for them and watch for those people that can't take care of, can't watch out for themselves.
But because of the pandemic and some of these horrific attacks across the country, shoving of elderly, it's a heightened sensitivity, and I think people are beginning to report it more. It's gotten a lot of young people pissed off, and a lot of young people are more involved in their community. I think a lot of young Asians are losing their whiteness a bit now, which I think is a good thing, because most people, immigrants or first generation, more westernized, and you tend to forget your Chinese or Asian roots. You leave the neighborhood. You think the old customs are so passe or whatever. So you become more westernized. It's not that you shouldn't become assimilated into your new homes, but the thing is you should never forget where you came from.